Well, guys, here we go again. Back down the right-wing YouTube rabbit hole. Nothing more odd and troubling than these guys covering this Rittenhouse, covering this Rittenberger trial or whatever this kid is.
Ben Pepino.
Harvard Law School.
No.
Ben Pepino. This might be the best one. So check this out.
The case just simply does not exist. And we know that the case against Rittenhouse doesn't exist because the prosecution yesterday brought forth a bunch of witnesses and they all promptly testified to Rittenhouse's self-defense case. So there's a witness named Ryan Balch, and he was called by the prosecution. This guy was not called by the defense.
And he was called by the prosecution. This guy was not called by the defense.
Keep that low smug.
Smug meter off the charts.
And Ryan Balch says in open testimony that Rosenbaum had said earlier that if he caught Rittenhouse alone, he would kill him. Okay, that's not, the prosecutors called this guy. This is their case? The prosecutors?
This is amazing. Look, I didn't go to law school. Okay, I didn't go to law school. But I did watch this entire thing, which I don't think Ben Pepino did. He was too busy counting his money. Because there's a big problemo with what he's saying here that you're going to see in a second.
Here we go.
When I turned around, Rosenbaum was right there in front of my face, yelling and screaming. And I said, dude, back up. Just chill. I don't know what your problem is. And he goes, you know what? If I catch any of you guys alone tonight, I'm going to kill you.
And he said that to you?
Correct.
Did he say that to the defendant as well?
The defendant was there, so yes.
That's the prosecutor's witness. Whoops. That's not good.
Whoops.
Whoops.
No.
Whoops.
No. So let me explain something to you. No. Bed made of money.
Maybe he was too busy sleeping in his
Bed made of money.
to watch the rest of the video.
Oh, case closed, man.
Case closed, because that guy, the prosecution brought that guy to the stand. This guy said, it's okay. Case closed. Have a good night. This is me, the judge. Bye, guys. I'll be in my car if anyone needs me.
In your statement, you say, and I'm going to quote, this is on page 3 of your statement, Balch stated that this eventual victim, who's Joseph Rosenbaum, was carrying a hospital-style bag with chemicals to make Molotov cocktails. You then say later on that this is on page 4, Balch examined the bag quickly and observed an ammonium mixture and a small bleach bottle. First of all, am I reading your statement to the FBI correctly?
You are.
None of that is true, is it?
It doesn't appear to be, no.
Hey, that's not... The prosecutors called this guy. This is their case?
Oh, damn. It seems like the guy who Ben Shapino's like,
This is an open shut case. This is an open shut. I hear my rule. Where's my gavel?
the guy who Ben Shapino's like, oh, this, look, even the guy that the prosecution brought up, he owned them. They owned themselves. Except for that same guy lied to the FBI. And he lied. This is what Ben Pepino should have watched the whole video. Ben, could you maybe take the time to watch the whole video?
No.
He lied to the FBI in a way that exaggerated the threat that this guy that the little kid shot posed. Ooh. And look, this case is a little bit of a spectacle, but what I like about it is that it really is bringing out the stupidest in the right-wing media. And Ben Pepino shows a clip that it's completely the opposite. This is the reason the prosecution brought this guy up, to trap him, and to basically trick him into saying all this stuff when they already had the FBI thing of like, yeah, look, they've been exaggerating the threat from the beginning.
No.
If it may please the court, I'd like to view that little smug again. Exhibit S for smug.
So there's a witness named Ryan Balch, and he was called by the prosecution. This guy was not called.
owning myself right now, and I don't even know it.
by the defense. And Ryan Balch says in open testimony that Rosenbaum had said earlier that if he caught Rittenhouse alone, he would kill him. Okay, that's not, the prosecutors called this guy. This is their case?
This is perfect, too, because 4 minutes later, we go into a media critique. Oh, very interesting.
Now, the way the media are trying to portray this is as though it's just a sort of a conflict of visions. And the answer is because we live in a society where the media will not allow a case not to be brought so long as the purported victimizer is of the wrong political persuasion. Okay,
Oh, yeah, it's political.
The media is spinning things because of politics. Sort of like if a guy just like rushes to a conclusion based on a tiny part of the video that totally is contradicted by that same video.
Weird.
I like Ben Pepino also. He's like,
There should have never been a case. There should have never been a case.
right. A kid illegally gets a gun and shoots two people.
There doesn't need to be a case here.
So we got this guy lying to the FBI about the dude who was chasing the kid who shot that guy. Got him lying to the old FBI. The other interesting thing that came out in this case over these past couple days is that this Rittenhouse kid was lying to everybody about his age. He was saying he was 19, and he was pretending to be an EMT. Fake, false pretenses. This is great. You gotta love this.
I'm non-biased. I'm just stating the case.
is chasing him down and is lunging for his gun. Okay, so that is shooting number one. Okay, so now we move on to shooting number two. Rittenhouse is now being chased down the street by a bunch of ne'er-do-wells. And
Ne'er-do-wells.
He was being chased by a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, engaging in hijinks and claptrap and flabdoodle. They were doing the jitterbug down the street. They were listening to the hip hop and the...
This is a new character I'm working on. It's called Benny Shakosby.
They were listening to the jazz music.
Thank God this is not going on the internet, any of this. I love the way he summarizes this too. Check out, there's a little bit of a generous interpretation of this kid, the kid who shot these two people from old...
No.
I think he's engaging in
corporate communism.
In this one. Here we go.
This, of course, is the trial of the 17-year-old, at least he was 17-year-old at the time, young man who was in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He was there to help with medical care for people on the ground and also to prevent rioters from burning down businesses and burning cars.
This nice young man went down there to prevent all this bad stuff from happening. By the way, he paid a guy, an older kid, to get him a gun because he was illegally toting a gun around. Also, they dug up some social media from this kid where he was saying he was going to shoot people coming out of a CVS. Good kid, though. Good. Just went down there to help. Oh, by the way, he was also lying about his... he was also lying about being a certified EMT. So he was there under a false premise also. Good kid, though. Good kid.
My name's Ben Shapiro, and I will say what...
Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, who's that? Oh, no. Ben Shakosby's back.
I will lie to get as much money as I can. Claire, Rudy.
I guess the Ben Shakosby impression is just me doing Ben Shapiro, but my head goes...
Claire and Rudy, and that's so Raven.
It gets even more generous. Check this out.
And also to prevent rioters from burning down businesses and burning cars and such. And the entire situation ended with 3 people shot and 2 people dead. Kyle Rittenhouse has been charged now with murder.
It just somehow ended with some people shot. Who shot them? No, they just got shot. By who? The kid. The little kid. The kid who was there with an illegal gun, lying about being an EMT. Okay, guys. I'm going to urge you to get your...
Keep that little smug.
...glasses on, okay? Because it's about to get very smug. Here we go.
Yes, we are. Now, if I can ask, can you guys step back? Medical, EMS right here.
No.
I'm an EMT.
Okay, so then the prosecution, and then he goes in this video, he's trying to help one of the rioters.
Look how good he is with that gun he got illegally. He's trying to help people. He's just lying about being an EMT. He's there with a gun, running around with a gun. Could you imagine having to pretend, like Benny Pepino here?
Keep that little smug.
Of having to pretend that this kid is you would, yeah, that's an upstanding citizen who I would want as a child. This kid who illegally got a gun and then ran around shooting people. Yeah, please, we need excruciating. Nothing worse than having to lie like this. I couldn't imagine. It would really I'm more like you on this one. He's a good kid. Also, I don't know what they're going to do on this case. I'm guessing it's going to be a bunch of Midwest kind of boomers who are well, they did burn down all that property. Death penalty. Wait, for who? The guys who he killed. No, they're already dead. So they could just let this kid off with nothing, Probably the gun charge. They're going to give him the gun charge. Maybe nothing else. Maybe they'll just say all the rest was self-defense, which is kind of baffling because it's you have to totally ignore all the context of why he was there in the first place, that kids shouldn't be running around with guns because this is the exact kind of thing that happens, and so on, etc. They had to kick one of the guys off the jury because he was telling a racist joke or something about one of these guys who got shot by the cops. It's okay. All right, Wisconsin.
And so the prosecutor tries to ask Richie McGinnis, so he was falling over Rosenbaum when he was shot, right? He tripped, and then he was wrongfully shot by Rittenhouse. Right? He was shot for no reason, because he was just falling over. And then Rittenhouse wanted to kill him, so he killed him, so it's not self-defense. And Richie McGinnis is well, no, actually, let me explain.
Correct?
I did alter my trajectory a little bit when I saw Mr. Rittenhouse turn around and saw Mr. Rosenbaum lunging for the front portion of the rifle.
Lunging for the front portion of the rifle. And the prosecutor tries to push him and tries to say, was he falling over? And the witness says, no. He said, F you, and reached for the weapon. So, yeah, not great.
Look, I feel a little bit guilty for watching this trial, to be honest. I feel a little bit like it's spectacle. But this guy is, I feel a little, what are those girls' name from My Favorite Murderer? Catherine Kilgariff, I know her. What's the other one's name? I want to say Peach, but it's probably not her name. And I don't feel like looking it up, even though it's just a couple clicks. My Favorite. Hosted by American comedian Karen Kilgariff and Georgia. Oh my God. Peach. Because Georgia, of course. I feel a little bit My Favorite Murderer watching this thing. Just treating it like entertainment when it's really human tragedy. But I gotta say, this guy, Richie McGinnis, he is kind of the most interesting. He's the Cato of this trial, if you're elderly. He's the Cato of this. Not that he's a bad guy, but that he's just kind of seems like he likes to party. And he works for the Daily Caller, which is Tucker Carlton's thing. So he has a little bit of a financial incentive in telling the story that the Daily Caller wants to hear. And he did go on Tucker Carlton's. He did go on that Geniuses show.
Nope, done. Thank you.
But this guy's kind of he reminds me of kind of what's Tim Pool or whatever, one of these guys who works for a website. And when you say works for a website, it means he goes around with his phone and records things and then puts it on the website. But this guy it's funny because at first I was all right, this guy's kind of a creep. He's trying to get fame by going on Tucker Carlson's show. But when this Kyle kid shot this guy and killed him, this dude rushed to help the guy. He went to the hospital with the guy. This dude is a good guy. All right, this guy is the real star of the star. But if you watch this whole thing, this guy's story runs into some problems too. He's reaching for, these are Ben Shapiro's two case closed. This guy said he was reaching for his gun and the other thing that we already totally did this to.
Flushing toilets. Bye-bye.
Perhaps it was the shots that caused him to then, rather than stopping himself, just fall flat.
That's not what you just said. Let's play this back about 20 seconds, please.
For the barrel of the rifle, and he was that close to him. And Rittenhouse actually took the barrel of the rifle and just dodged around. And at that point, as Rosenbaum was falling forward, he fired quickly 4 shots into Rosenbaum.
Your interview 3 days after this incident says that Mr. Rosenbaum was already falling forward when the defendant used the gun and discharged the shots.
So maybe not the most reliable there, but Ben Pepino's like,
Case closed. Case closed. He said it.
Okay, but can we examine?
No, can't examine any further.
This is completely unrelated to anything.
Arun Brown?
Yeah, very typical of
Arun Brown?
Yes. This is unrelated to anything that we're talking about here. I just thought this one was funny. This prosecution guy, he burns somebody for no reason. Here we go.
Did you ever use it as a weapon?
Never.
In your video, it appears there are several other people that had skateboards as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you see a lot of people using skateboards that night to get around?
Yes.
Did you see anyone else using it as a weapon?
No.
Is it fair to say that the folks there that night were primarily using their skateboards like 8-year-old kids do to skate around on?
Yep. Yes.
8-year-old kids do to skate around on? Yep.
So this guy's a skateboarder, and this prosecution guy's like, so there were lots of people skating around, like just like 8-year-olds.
Skateboarding is for 8-year-olds.
I was hoping the prosecution would go into it, like, why are you on a skateboard? Because you are a full-grown adult. I don't understand. That is for little kids, and I'm turning this whole trial around to condemn skateboards, as if that pleases the court. And the judge is like, well, I'm an old boomer too, and I really don't like kids on skateboards, so I'll allow it, actually. Ooh, twist. Interesting twist from me, the judge. Now, we know this is the same witness who lied to the FBI, so, who knows what to believe on this one, so here we go.
What the plan was or what they were intending to do. Did you ever talk to any law enforcement officer that night? And did they tell you something about what the plan was?
Yeah, right before, I want to say around 9 p.m., me and Kyle were walking down to the Ultimate gas station, and we encountered a female deputy. And she told us, hey, we're getting ready to start pushing them down, you guys. Once that happens, it's kind of going to be on you guys. And she got in her patrol car and left.
Who was that person?
I didn't get a name.
So your understanding was that the police were going to move all these protesters into your area and give you the job of taking care of them?
She didn't insinuate that so much as it seemed like what was likely going to happen.
Do you know what the rank of this person?
This has been Pepino's star witness here. He's like, yeah, this female deputy said we're going to have to adjudicate these people down into your facility. And then the prosecution's like, so who is this person? I didn't get a name. And so they said that to you? No, but well, probably what was going to happen, though. Okay, so what? This is pretty funny, too, because the prosecution has this drone footage, I guess. I don't know if it's drone or plane footage. But this, of course, this FBI footage causes some problems for just this kid. Oh, he was just an innocent guy. Well, it looks like he's kind of chasing people around with a gun. So now suddenly these people who hate protests and want law enforcement to crack down on these protests are like, why are there drones watching these protests? Suddenly they're very anti-law enforcement. This is in Ben Pepino's comments. What's more important is we find out just when the FBI started routinely using military drones to record our cities. How many are doing this and where they think they get the right? I mean, yeah, I absolutely agree that the FBI, and this is what the FBI has always been doing. I mean, look at what FBI did to MLK. This is what The FBI has been a pretty creepy organization for a long time, but now suddenly they're like, law enforcement needs to back off. So there you go. You would have to be an idiot or a Ben Shapiro audience member to not see what's going on here. The kid was lying about his age, lying about being an EMT, lied to get the gun. It's pretty clear you're there to try to get into some trouble. That's why you got the gun. Also very shocking that they did not allow the social media video where this kid is talking about how he wants to shoot people, coming out of just people he doesn't even know, coming out of a CVS. That's the right-wing social media influencer, the right-wing social media con artist, like Ben Pepino. That's their hero.
Party.
Oh, wait, who? Oh, no, he's back. He's back.
It's me, Benny Shakosby. Again, pull up your pants. Don't listen to all that hip-hop music. Listen to jazz. Rudy, before you leave the house, Rudy and Theo, don't forget to take your guns. Even though you're not old enough to have them. Maybe you could shoot some people downtown.
Okay, guys, I would just like to apologize for Benny Shakosby. He will not be appearing on the program anymore. Okay? Somehow, I'm still recording this, and I've already gotten some pretty angry messages about Benny Shakosby, so he's gone. He died. Well, guys, be sure to... Well, guys, even though it's Monday, we still like to... And we're all working toward our goal, which is to...
Take the towers down now.
Bye-bye. Hey, guys. You're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away. And we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today for as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys. Love you guys so much.